Hi, Dave Buggy here, founder and CEO of Power-CRM. Today, I want to cover one of the most important features of the Power-CRM product, and one that just provides incredible value that comes with the Power-CRM Premium license. The tool is called InsideView Insights. It's a sales and marketing intelligence solution. It is the world's largest and most accurate B2B database. Now, the solution has been acquired, the company InsideView has been acquired by Demandbase, and the name of the product has been changed to Demandbase Sales Cloud. But us old timers here, we still refer to it as InsideView or InsideView Insights or just Insights. So let's dive into that a little bit. Again, incredibly powerful tool. By itself, this tool, by the way, is $150 per user per month with no CRM. Okay, so our premium license for Power-CRM is $79 per user per month. You get the $150 per user per month Insights product along with a full Power-CRM license included, all for $79. So that's an incredible value. As I said, this tool is the world's largest and most accurate B2B database. It is natively embedded right inside of the Power-CRM product. You can update existing accounts and contacts with over 80 data points coming from 40,000 different data sources that InsideView Insights, now Demandbase, uses to aggregate information. Again, 40,000 different sources like Hoover's, D&B, Equifax, LinkedIn, etc. You can also, with this tool, add new accounts and contacts that you don't have in your CRM database. You also have complete firmographic profiles. We'll show that. You can build target prospect lists, which would include accounts and contacts that you want to bring into your CRM and possibly put on a marketing automation called a scenario that we're going to cover in this presentation as well, a drip campaign. The solution also has the majority of the records that you're going to see have verified valid business email addresses and phone numbers, and we'll take a look at that in a second. Again, the Power-CRM Premium user license is required for each marketing user to obtain the InsideView Insights, i.e. now Demandbase Sales Cloud product that's embedded inside Power-CRM. I mentioned that there's over 80 data points. Here is a slide that'll show you the data points about accounts or companies, as well as the data points that you get on a contact record. And the company level data also includes ownership structure. A lot of acquisitions in that happen. So having the ownership kind of org chart is really helpful. So what's the parent company? What's the ultimate parent, et cetera? You see all of that with this data inside our tool. I mentioned that the solution is now rated as the world's largest and the most accurate B2B database in existence. And that's over and above D&B and ZoomInfo, who are widely thought of as kind of the leaders in that space. Well, the InsideView company, before acquired by Demandbase, took an entire year and focused purely on their data science and the accuracy and completeness of the data in their system. And once they did that and had an independent analysis performed by a significant independent rating company, it was rated as the #1 largest B2B database, as well as the most accurate data. What can you do with the InsideView Insights, now Demandbase Sales Cloud product? Well, I'm not going to PowerPoint you here. Let's jump over into an actual demonstration so I can give you a live demo. And it would be helpful if somebody that's in attendance today, your audio is not enabled, you're in listen only mode. So if you could just use the question widget on your interface there and type me the name of a company that you think of. It could be a company you want to sell to, a company that you already sell to, whatever. Just give me it could be your own company. Just give me a company up. There we go. And actually what would be most helpful is the website address for the company. And I'll show you why that's important and where I'm going to start here in just a moment. Okay, we got some suggestions coming in. All right, here we'll go with this one. Thank you. It's Southern Aluminum, I believe, saf.com, if that is accurate. Let's go check that out. So I'm just going to go over to a new browser tab here, and I'm going to go to saf.com, and let's go to that site. When you visit a company in your web browser and you click on the InsideView Insights or Demandbase icon up here now, automatically it shows you information it has in its database about this particular company. So I can see right here within my web browser the full name of the company. I can see that they're a private company. I can see that they're in the aluminum mining and foundries industry. They do about 18 million a year, have about 120 employees. I can see the contact info, their website URL, a description of the company, how many contacts they have in their database here in the Insights tool. And I could also click on the company and expand it out. So what you can do is you can just click a button and have this brought right into your Power-CRM database. I'm not going to do that from here because I'm going to show you another way that you can do it right from within Power-CRM using just the website address of a company. So let me pop over here to our Power-CRM demo system. And let's go into accounts. And what I'm going to do here is I am going to click on new and start a new account. So I could have brought it in to CRM from the browser, but I wanted to show how easy it is to do right inside of just the CRM interface. So I'm going to click on new, and I am going to put in SAF. I believe that was it, right? SAF. Did I remember that correctly? Southern Aluminum Finishing. So let me just copy that. Put it in here. The only two pieces of info you need, and actually you don't even need the two pieces. In fact, let's just let's leave this as SAF. It's not the correct company address, and I'll do that for a reason. I just need to fill in my required fields here, and these would be different probably in your system. I'm going to say it came from the web, or I could actually have an Insights lead source here, so we know and we're tracking the effectiveness, right, of bringing in leads from the Insights tool. And all I'm going to do is put in the website address, and it's www.saf.com, and I'm going to hit save. Okay. Now what you'll see here is that in a very quick second, with one piece of information, actually we have two pieces. One is incorrect, right? So we put the company name in incorrectly, but we put the website in. Instantly, this tool, Insights, is now trying to identify that particular company using only a bad company name and a website, okay? And what it is able to do then is down here, it's showing you all the potential matches, and I know this is the one that we want, right? And the reason it had multiple is because we put in a bad company name. If we took that company name out, or actually we couldn't because it's required, then what we could do is we could simply have it auto-identify and it would have done it perfectly. So what I'm going to do, I know this is the one that I want. So let me go ahead and select that. And what that does is matches my CRM account record to the right account record in the Insights database. Okay, so I've got that matched up now. And what I'll do is I will just update this record now. And what I mean by updating is if you notice here in my record, I've got a wrong company name. I've got no address information on my CRM record. Got no real qualification or firmographic info here other than what I put in. I don't have number of employees, all that great stuff. So let me update my record here. And when I click on that update CRM button icon here, what happens is a window pops up and it shows me the information that is in my CRM record, which is not much. Over on the right, it's telling me all the information, or at least not all of it, because again, there's up to 80 fields of data that it can bring in. It is showing me the ones that I have set up and mapped to my CRM. I'm going to choose all these fields. I can uncheck fields and keep some of the values that I have if I'd like. All right, let's go ahead and update. Oh, one last thing I want to point out here is that when you update a record, you will see which data sources are the primaries for the data that you're seeing here. A lot of times you'll see, again, Hoover's, D&B, Equifax, LinkedIn, etc. So you can hover over those if you're curious. I'm going to go ahead and hit update. And very quickly, it will update my record in my Power-CRM, right? It says it was updated successfully. And I'm going to go ahead and close this. And now I'm going to refresh it. And let's see what data we got now. So fix the company name, okay? It also brought in all of the address info that I did not have. I now have them on a map because I have the address. If I go to, the account profile tab here, I've got a full company description. I've got their revenue. I've got number of employees, industry, SIC code, ownership, etc. So I've got great data here now for the account record, but I still don't have any contacts, right? So I have no contacts listed because we've only updated the account record at this point. I think this is just unbelievable functionality here that we're going to get into. I think all this is amazing as well, but the next layer here about contacts is in my opinion, even more awesome. Now we need contacts, right? We got to have somebody to reach out to. So if I come over here to the insights area of our record and I go to the contacts or people area, it is showing me the people or contacts that Insights has in their database for this company. Now, I mentioned a little bit ago about verified valid email and business telephone numbers. Each one of these that you see with a green dot means that the phone number, business phone, and business email has been verified as valid. Okay, and that's done by humans. I'm going to say that most of the records that you will see here, contact records, have the indication of verified valid email, and business phone. They have just done a tremendous job of updating their database and in data accuracy. So look at all these that have the verification icon here, and hopefully you can see that. It's a little green dot. And if I scroll down there, there are a few that aren't, but if you look at all the ones that it has the verification on, that's just awesome. You know that you can email that address, for example, and you're not going to get an undeliverable, which is going to hurt your reputation score. Let's go and let's look for some contacts. Now I can search for contacts by any portion of their name. Like I could see if there's a Dave at this company just by typing in Dave. There's some Dave or Davids there, right? But a lot of times you want to look by job title or job role. So let's see what they have in maybe accounting. So I'll just type in account here, and we've got some contacts back. These are account managers, not necessarily accounting. Let's see if there's any maybe C-level contacts in here. So we'll do chief. And I don't know if there are. This is demo on the fly. Yeah, we got a CEO here. Not typically what I want. I want heads of sales and heads of marketing. So let's just scroll down and pick a few contacts here. Notice that these are former, right? And what does that mean? That's showing you people that used to work there. And that's great information. There's lots of uses for looking at that information. As you're searching a contact, you might want to know what former companies they worked for, because a lot of times I use those in conversations. Oh, I see you used to work for this company and I've done business with them. And do you know Jeff Smith? So it's great talking points. I'm sure there's lots of other great uses of former, positions, right? But I'm going to go over here to our current and I'll just pick a couple of these. So we'll do first couple 3 here. And you can do up to 25 at a time is the limit here. Now you can go build a list, and we're going to look at that here in a couple moments and bring in a lot more. So it's 25 at a time that you can select and push right into Power-CRM. And you also have 1,000 credits per user per month that do roll over. So if you use 200 this month, you're going to have 1,800 credits in your bank next month. A credit equals 1 record being pushed in from the Insights tool to your CRM, whether it's a contact or an account. It also, a credit is used when you update a record using the Update CRM button that we looked at a little bit ago. All right, let's go here. So I got 3 selected. I'm going to click the export. Now, it does say Dynamics here. It's the exact same for Power-CRM. We're working in Power-CRM. So just note that Dynamics and Power-CRM are the same exact user interface and platform. So a lot of things will say Dynamics versus Power-CRM. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add them as contacts because I want them on this prospect record that we have here, the account record in the background. So it pops up a screen here. It says just verify that you want these contacts under this account, right? And you hit export. And in a matter of a second or 2 or 3, depending on how many records that you select here, those contact records that I selected are now going to be added to my CRM database. Okay, so let me go and refresh my record again here, my account record. And like magic, with literally a couple clicks, normally that takes me maybe 10, 15 seconds to go add the contacts that I know I always want to reach out to, right? Amazing functionality, so incredibly value for both sales and marketing. And over here now, we have our contacts, right? And if I pull up one of these contacts, just click on them and go to the contact record, you have a lot of great data about the contact as well. So you've got phone, address, and address here could be different because maybe they're not based at the headquarters office. So that's great information. And I can go over to their profile and look at different information here on these tabs about this particular contact. But we've got a great profile now about this contact. And we have 3 contacts that we didn't have prior to doing this. Just absolutely incredibly powerful functionality. And I'll tell you, one thing that may not pop into mind here as you're thinking about all the amazing ways that you could use this functionality in your business, user adoption. This raises user adoption. It increases user adoption significantly. And why? Because you want your people that use this system, I really don't like the term users, they're your team members, let's go that way. Your team members, you want them to want to use the CRM system. That is a huge part of user adoption. Let me tell you, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've been a partner of InsideView and Demandbase now for about 15 years. And this is one of the ways that you can increase user adoption is this tool. Guaranteed. Salespeople don't have to type. Marketing people don't have to type. Get a lead that comes in or a prospect that comes in with a name and an email. What do you do with that, right? Where do you get more information to even know if it's something that would be remotely able to be qualified? Well, this does it for you. You just click a button and it updates it. You go out and find contacts, add them. You can also go and build lists, which we're going to take a look at here in a minute. Next, let's take a look at how you can build target lists of prospect accounts and contacts and pull them right into your Power-CRM system. So let me jump over here to our demo system. And down in the lower left-hand corner, you can click on the app switcher and go to InsideView Insights. And this is the full Insights product just in full screen mode. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to List Build. And you can build a list in here, as I said, and pull the list of prospect target accounts and contacts right into your Power-CRM system. And you have a plethora of data points that you can use to refine the list that you would like to pull in. So let's go in and let's take a look at some of the data points that we have. You can filter in or out based on geography. So city, country, postal code, part of the postal code, phone area code, number of employees, SIC code, NAICS code, etc. Right? So just do a quick list build here. So what I'm going to do is go in and maybe choose Texas here as the state. So we'll do Texas, and let's say we want a minimum of 100 employees. We'll set no maximum on that. We won't worry too much about revenue. We'll jump down to the industry. And these are built based off of the SIC code structure. Let's choose storage and warehousing, and let's hit apply. And what that's going to show me now is how many companies meet that specific criteria and how many contacts meet that specific criteria. So I've got 67 companies that meet my filter query, as well as about 6,200, just under number of contacts at those companies. So what I could do now is I could simply search, and I would have my list, and I could easily pull that data right into my Power-CRM system. Again, both companies and contacts. So I could either select all of these, or I could go through and select just the ones that I want. I am going to choose just a few here. So I'll choose the top 3. So after you've built your list of target accounts, then if you're going to pull in people as well, contacts, then the best way to do that is to come over and save your list of companies that you've selected. And I've already done that here. I have another list. The reason for that is that what we can do now with that list is we go over to build a list, and we can pull up that one that I saved. So I'll go down to my saved list. I called it warehouses in Texas. And what that does is it now is only showing me the people or contacts for the companies that I've selected and saved to that list. So that's an easier, best way to get just the people records for the companies that you've selected, rather than all companies, all contacts, as it was in the broader search. So now I can go ahead and export these companies and contacts. So I'll just leave the companies selected here. I'll go over to the people, and I can now filter by things like job level, job function, are they at headquarters or not, etc. So what I'll do in here is I will go into the job functions, and I'll just pick some job titles here. So we'll drop that down, and let's pick management or manager, maybe supervisor. Let's do that, and let's hit apply. Okay, so what we've got now is about 702 people. I'm not going to pull in 702 for our demo, but I'll just go and I'll select a few at each of the companies that we've selected here. So we'll do maybe 2 from each one. There we go. Now what I can do, I've got 3 companies, and I've got the contacts that I want selected here, which is 7, and I'm going to go ahead and hit export. And we will pull those in as contacts and pull in the accounts as well. So I'll go ahead and export these, and we'll export these as accounts. We get a little pop-up window here. We'll confirm the export, let those come in and be created as prospect accounts. And then we'll go and now we will pull in the contacts. So I'll hit done here, go over to the people tab. I've got my people selected here, and I'm going to do the same, do export. And this time, of course, we're going to choose contacts, and they will match up to the right account that we've already pulled into our Power-CRM. So let's hit export and let those come in. Okay, so our export is done. Let's hit done here. Now let's go back over and let's remember the companies. So they were Hisco, Victory, BNSF. Let's switch back over to the sales app. Let's go into accounts. And let's look at BNSF for one of the examples here. And let's pull up that account. So you'll see that we have a full account profile. We talked about that, all the great data points. Again, there's up to 80 plus data points that you will be able to pull in. I don't have all of them added to the screen, but it's a simple process to go and map those onto your screen. We've got full description, revenue, employees, industry. We've got full address info. But what we also have are the contacts. Okay, these are the 2 that we selected for each company. This is one of the companies, and I can click on one of those contacts, go to the contact profile, and see that I also now have a full contact profile for those contacts that I pulled into CRM. So we went from basically a blank list. We built a list of prospect target accounts. We added those to our CRM based on all the great data filtering points that we have. Then we selected some contacts from those accounts based on job title, things like that. We exported those. And now we have 3 full account records with contacts that we can now maybe add to a marketing list, maybe a drip campaign, or assign them out to salespeople for follow-up. Next, I want to talk about a really powerful feature in the Insights tool, again, now called Demandbase Sales Cloud, which is called the watch lists. So these are really tremendous to stay informed with what's happening with companies you care about, contacts at those companies. Basically, watch lists allow you to keep track of personalized lists of companies and people that will keep you informed with automatic updates. The process in Insights we're going to go through here in a second so you can see it. Basically, you select the agents, which are categories of types of information that you want to receive alerts on. A couple examples would be acquisitions, bankruptcies, partnerships, etc. You can add accounts and contacts to watch lists. You can have one watch list or you can have many, and you can break them up into different types. Like maybe you want a watch list for your active customers, you want a different watch list for your prospects, and maybe a different watch list for even competitors. Talk about that in a second. You receive watch list alert emails either daily or weekly. So you set that schedule. We'll go through that in a second. And a couple tips around using watch lists. One is add your competitors to a watch list. you can keep informed with what's happening with your competitors. Absolutely great information like bankruptcies, like acquisitions, new product announcements, new hires, executive changes. All that great stuff is important to stay on top of with your competitors as well as any other type of company, right? You can also, I would add suppliers and vendors, even business partners to a watch list. Important to keep up with what those folks are doing. And finally, add your own company. You want to see what is popping up about your own company and maybe even yourself, right? So really important couple tips there that we highly recommend that you add to a watch list or create a couple different watch lists for these different types of companies and contacts. Let's jump in and let's take a look at watch lists, setting them up, and adding companies and contacts to a watch list. Here's the new prospect record that I created for a company called Southern Aluminum Finishing. I wanted to show you how watch list works. So if you're on an account or a contact, if you go down to the Insights area, again, now called Demandbase Sales Cloud, there is a little icon here that you can use to add the company or contact to a watch list. Now, I've already followed this particular company, so adding them to your watch list is similar to following somebody on social media, basically. So when you do that, you're getting updates about that person, right? No different here, very similar concept. So all you need to do is to click that little button, which looks like an eyeball when it's not selected, and add that to your watch list, right? So you can add it to an existing watch list, or you could create a new watch list right from here as well. So I'm going to open up a contact here underneath Southern Aluminum Finishing, and I'm doing that to show you the process from the start, that I don't have this contact added to any watch list yet. So simply open up the contact, go to the Insights area of the contact record, and if we look for that little eyeball icon, which is right here. And when you hover over it, it's going to say follow. So let's go ahead and click that. And now this particular contact has been added to my main watch list, right? So let's go take a look at setting up watch lists and managing the agents, again, the categories of information that you'd like to receive. So if you go down here to the bottom left and go into the InsideView Insights tool, right? It's just going to bring up the Insights tool in full screen here. One of the things you can do in here is manage your watch list. So here are all the categories of information product provides you out of the box. So I have all these selected, but you could come in here and choose just the ones that are important to you. So again, acquisitions, bankruptcies, company presentations, new product announcements, litigation is an important one. Leadership changes is one of the ones that I find absolutely valuable, especially at my clients. So when there's leadership changes at my clients, I want to know about that. And that could impact our relationship, projects in motion, sales opportunities in motion with those clients, and prospects as well, and vendors, right? I think this is important across the board to see leadership changes with all the companies that you follow on your watch list. So you get the idea. You can come in here and turn on or off any of these agents that you'd like to receive or not receive information on. You can also go to your watch lists. I have two different watch lists created here, and I can click on either one of these, and I can actually go and see the most recent updates that are on this watch list. So I could scroll down through this and get a recent summary of all the news being collected about the companies and contacts on this particular watch list, and based on the agents that I have selected over here. Now, additionally, as I said, you can set up what frequency you would like to receive the information in an email, right? The watch list update emails. You're able to select what frequency you would like to do that on, or what frequency you would like to receive that information on. Next, I'm going to head down into my user settings here on the left, and a number of different things here related to watch lists. So if you head down here to manage watch lists, first you'll see the watch lists that you have created, and you'll see some information about those watch lists. A couple of really important things here. If I go into one of these watch lists and open it up, and I go up here to the edit rules, this is a way that you can have these watch lists kind of self-maintain. And the settings here are going to define the accounts and contacts that get automatically added to this watch list. And it's by basically the number of times that you view a contact or an account, right, in the Insights area or Insights tool. So here you can see that if I viewed a certain account or contact 5 times or more within the last 30 days, then it adds it to a watch list, in this case, my frequently viewed. And if I don't view those records within a certain period of time, I can have them removed. In this case, I'm having them removed if I don't view them in the last 90 days. So great feature that will allow you to kind of self-maintain and not have to remember to add specific companies and contacts to a watch list. However, I definitely recommend that you use that feature, right, to add them to the watch list so you know and you're controlling at least your most valuable accounts and contacts. You're actually, forcing them onto the watch list and not waiting for it to add them automatically, because you might not view them a certain amount of times in a certain period, right? But they're still an important account or contact. So definitely still add them manually. So let's cancel that. Also within the watch list, if you go to the alerts up here, this is where you control the frequency by which the product will email you the update alerts related to the agents or categories that you have selected. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Let me just pull up an example. This is an update that I received from one of my watch lists recently, and you can see it matches the information that if you viewed the watch list updates in the product itself. Took a look at that a second ago. It matches here, and really good formatting of the information. I find it very easy to read, very easy to scan. So it gives you the agent or category here above each one of these, so you can really quickly scan these and get to the information that's most important. So you can see poor Mr. Musk is having some litigation issues with Twitter. Everybody's heard about that, and so forth. And finally, if you want to create a new watch list just to keep your watch list organized, again, you could create watch lists for active customers, prospects, suppliers, vendors, partners, competitors, etc. You just come in here down to the manage watch lists and click on new, give it a name and set your frequency and the type of alert that you would like, and the format of the email, either HTML or plain text. And then you can go and start adding accounts and contacts to this particular watch list. So you can create as many watch lists here as you'd like. And it just gives you the ability to organize your watch list a little bit more effectively. Quick recap on the watch list. One of the most powerful features of the Insights tool, in my opinion, and I get a ton of value. I can't tell you how many times that I've seen information pop up in my updates from watch lists that I took action on and was able to take that to new business or potentially even save business, right? If there's leadership changes, et cetera. I see, for example, when a current customer acquires another company. And that might prompt me to give them a call and discuss, hey, is there any any help that we can provide with your CRM system and bringing that new company on board? Maybe they have a CRM system that we want to migrate data out of. We want to do training. We want to configure it differently for that, new business they acquired. Great example. That is actually one that I've used multiple times and been able to drive projects out of. So really important feature within the product that I highly recommend that you use. And just a quick recap here that basically the watch lists are going to keep you informed with automatic updates based on the categories called agents that you select. You can add accounts and contacts to watch lists. You can have as many watch lists as you'd like. You can set up the automatic add and remove watch list feature. So based on the number of times you viewed company or contact, they can automatically get added to a watch list. You'll get your watch list alert emails based on the frequency that you select. And again, definitely consider adding competitors, suppliers, vendors, partners, and even your own company to a watch list, and even yourself, to stay informed. Great feature. Highly recommend that you use the watch list feature in the Insights tool. The InsideView Insights, again now called Demandbase Sales Cloud, is an extremely powerful tool that is embedded right inside of Power-CRM. Incredible value at $79 per user per month for both the Power-CRM license, the user license for sales and marketing, as well as the InsideView Insights license, which by itself is $150 per user per month. Insights is now ranked as the world's largest and most accurate B2B database, available right inside of Power-CRM. different use cases. You can update existing accounts and contacts with over 80 data points to backfill those records that you may already have in your CRM system. You can also go and add new accounts and contacts, either by adding a record with just a name and a website maybe, and let Insights find it and add it that way. Or as we looked at, you can also build a list. Complete profile or firmographic information available for your accounts and contacts using Insights. We stepped through building a target prospect list and pulling both the accounts and contacts right into our Power-CRM with verified valid business email and phone. Really important. So when you put them on a marketing list maybe, or add them to a drip, you know that the emails are going to go through if they're listed as verified valid, and you're not going to get unddeliverables. So a Power-CRM premium license, as I said, is required for each sales and marketing user that Insights is going to be enabled for. And that's $79 per user per month. Only an increase of $30, right? So the base marketing and sales user license is $49, and with Insights, it's $79. Again, incredible value. If you have any other questions on this, just reach out to us. Happy to talk one-on-one, or even get into a little bit deeper dive demo if you'd like. Just reach out to us.